Magic the Gathering just leaked a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles crossover, and I'm telling you, it's not about the turtles. This is about Wizards testing if they can sell you your own childhood memories back to you. I'm Jesse, I have a business degree, and I sell cardboard online, so let's talk about the game behind the game. So Universes Beyond already had a crossover with Lord of the Rings, with Final Fantasy, Assassin's Creed, Spider-Man even, and every single one of these proves the same point. Wizards of the Coast isn't just making cardboard anymore, they are running one of the biggest brand expansion experiments in history. Here's what most players miss. Even if this set right here bombs, the pipeline is already set in the future. Wizards is working on cards right now that aren't even out yet. Sets and sets in the future. Here's a list of sets for next year that's not even out yet. So even if this bombs, that doesn't really change what they're doing. They're already on to 4 sets ahead of this. So the question then isn't will this succeed? The question becomes, is this crazy expansion into different universes a sustainable business model for Wizards of the Coast? Or are they building a hype machine that they just can't stop at this point? Welcome to the great TMNT experiment. So Wizards of the Coast is operating not like a gaming platform, but like a content platform. Think about it. In the last few years, we've had Lord of the Rings, Doctor Who, Final Fantasy, Assassin's Creed, Spider-Man, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, all of these universes becoming one. One collector booster pack from Final Fantasy is worth over $100. Wizards of the Coast sees this. This right here is what you call proof of concept. Oh, and this little dip right here, that's the crash everybody talks about, that little dip here. Massive sales, new customers, a crazy amount of engagement. So Magic the Gathering saw some of these hit, and then they scaled the formula, and that's why we see it going crazy now. Wizards of the Coast makes up over half the revenue for the Hasbro brand, and they see massive growth. Wizards' growth provides upside rating for Hasbro. This is more than about cardboard and a small community asking for cards to be balanced. This is a little bit more than that now. I'm sorry, that's just the way they see it. So even if the community hates the Turtles, that's like saying, hey, this set underperformed and they're already 10 strategies ahead. They already moved past that. They already sold it to distro. They're done with that. So it's not about whether people actually like the set. It's about whether they can keep getting us to buy back our own childhood memories. And this is how you do it. You turn Magic the Gathering into Disney Plus. Endless franchises, endless revenue. Even if Magic the Gathering fans don't like the Turtle set, Turtle fans will like it. So here's 130,000 fans here. If Magic fans didn't like the Final Fantasy set, here's 500,000 here who would like it, and they will join the game to buy the cards. Lord of the Rings, same thing. It's the Disney Plus of cards now. Oddly enough, I'm not talking about Lorcana here. So Hasbro gets to a point where it's more profitable to sell Magic the Gathering, not to these guys, not to Magic the Gathering fans. It's more profitable to sell Magic the Gathering to TMNT fans, to Final Fantasy fans, Lord of the Rings fans. And honestly, it's brilliant, at least until it's not. Because once this becomes your main product, once you're just buying usage rights for other franchises, once memories become your main product, now you're just reprinting popular IPs. You're not really being creative anymore. And as I already mentioned, Magic the Gathering runs years ahead of time. We don't even have this out yet, and we're talking about Lorwyn Eclipse, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, The Secret of Strixhaven, April 2026, June 2026, The Hobbit, August 2026, Reality Fracture, October 2026, Star Trek, November 2026. So while they're working on this right now, do you think they care if people like this one? They're way ahead of the game, bro. So even if people on Reddit scream stop, even if people on Facebook complain about it, doesn't matter. They're already moved on to the next product. They already spent the money on the franchises. They already spent the money to do this. They're not going to waste it. They're not going to say, okay, I paid the money to use Star Trek cards. I'm not going to do it though. I'm just going to print another Aether Drift for fans to hate. They're not going to do that. Because even if a set bombs like Spider-Man, you still get Spider-Man fans who want to buy the cards. It's not even whether this Commander deck does good. It's about, can Wizards of the Coast handle growth? Because every single trading card game company hits the same fork in the road. Pokemon has barely changed their formula in years. It's the same gameplay, the same structure, the same emotions. The consistency is helping the demand explode. People know what to expect. Even scalpers. People know what to expect, right? Prices might be wild, but every time you buy a pack, you know what you're buying. But Wizards of the Coast is obviously choosing to expand and to experiment. They're saying, let's open the floodgates. Let's bring in new fandom. New fandom, new players, new wallets. The more IPs you can buy, the better. More money. But if you expand too fast, you tend to make the hardcore players a little upset, and that's the gamble they're taking on doing this. So when you see people online yelling about the turtles, don't get lost in the surface level nonsense. What's really happening is Hasbro is testing how far they can stretch a 30-year-old brand until it finally snaps. Instead of selling Magic cards, they're selling the idea that Magic can now be anything, even Leonardo. And that's either genius or that's the moment that Magic starts to disappear forever. And whether it's a good thing or whether it's a train wreck, if you're an investor, this is going to be a train wreck you're not allowed to look away from. You have to watch. So the Magic the Gathering Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles experiment, it's not these guys that are getting experimented on. It's us that's getting experimented on, if you think about it. So there's the game that we play on the table with drawing cards and tapping mana, and then there's the game that Hasbro and Wizards plays in the boardroom. You should stick around because I cover both. I'm Jesse, and that's the game behind the game. Start a fight in the comments for the algorithm.